between your Phoenix Fusion and the Lakeshore Demolition. The Lakeshore Demolition is based out of Birmingham, Alabama. And our Phoenix Fusion is from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm joined here today with the head coach of the Texas Stampede, James Gumbert. How you doing today, Coach?
Good, Bobby. How are you doing?
Outstanding.
Who we have here today, Bobby?
We have the Phoenix Fusion from Phoenix, Arizona versus your Lakeshore Demolition from Birmingham, Alabama.
Wow, a lot of Paralympians out here, future Paralympians, past Paralympians.
International players as well.
Exactly. This should be a great match. Who's the starting lineup for the Lakeshore Demolition?
Lakeshore Demolition, you have number 50, Willard Brooks. Number 24, Shin Nakazato. Number 2, Eddie Crouch. And number 7, Bob Lujano. No, strike that. Number 5, Delvin McMillan.
And for the Phoenix Fusion, it looks like we have number 8, team captain and coach Scott Hogsett. Number 4, Class 2, Ernie Chun. Number 7, Class 2, Joe Delagrave. And number 1, Chance Biggie Sumner. Referees today are Bob Lopez and Karen Banfield. Tips away. And referee Karen Banfield looks like she's got a call, but it may be looking at another jump. Maybe looking at another jump here.
Now, the way that I saw it, of course, I'm on the opposite cross-court side.
Sure.
Is that the ball was touched by Phoenix, then by Lakeshore, and then by Phoenix again. I'm going to say that it's Lakeshore ball.
I think it's a good one. I'm going to pass the mic back over to color commentator Gabe the Man Garcia here to pick up the color on this.
You know, it's kind of funny. Usually you have one color guy and one straight guy. Well, today you have two color guys.
Thank you, James Gumbert, Commissioner of the
And
United
Commissioner,
States
yes,
Quad
Commissioner
Rugby
of the United
Association.
States Quad Rugby Association. But I was wrong. We have a re-jump. Little conversation between Bob Lopez and our table staff.
So we're starting over. Is that correct, Bob?
We're starting over, so everything that just happened is irrelevant until right now. We were actually waiting until you came back. Shin Nakazato with the ball. Oh! Leaving the court. That's a turnover.
Leaves the court without calling timeout. Scott Hogsett for Phoenix is fired up.
Just a bit. Ernie Chun will have the inbound, number 4 for the Phoenix Fusion. He inbounds to number 7, Joe Delagrave.
Joe trying to make his way up court.
Oh, we have a fallen player. Now what happens here when there's a fallen player in the backcourt, not even a part of the play? Do they stop play or do they continue play?
If the ball is advancing towards the goal, Bob, that would be left to right for the Phoenix Heat on your radio dial. Referees will allow the play to continue. Now, if that ball handler happens to turn back facing the down player, they will stop play because they do not want anyone to get hurt out there.
So it becomes a safety hazard.
That's correct.
Perfect. Chance Sumner with the ball, advancing through. Big I'd have to say right there you have two titans of the game, Chance Sumner and Willard Brooks, going at it.
Again, Bob, with these two teams, both Division I teams, both having Paralympic athletes on each team, the amount of competition out there it's unreal.
Truly is.
You've got Hogsett, Delgrave,
Oh my goodness. Sumner, McMillan,
Eddie Crouch.
Willard. Shin, international player.
Shin Nakazato.
From Japan.
Shin applying deep pressure.
Ernie Chun with the ball right now.
He's trying to get away. He's
getting
very
close. Close. Oh, that was very close.
Very close to an over and back.
Close. So close.
Able to get out of that over and
He
back.
got out of all of that and advanced the ball for the score.
Just amazing. We may have to evacuate, Bob.
Piece of paper close.
Fire alarm is going off right now.
Why is the fire alarm going off?
Because it is so hot on this court with the amount of play. They're on fire, both teams.
We have a leaving the court penalty called on number 1, Chance Sumner. For the Phoenix Fusion.
I believe last year Chance Sumner led the league in penalty minutes
I'm not sure.
for the United States Quad Rugby Association.
Not sure of that stat.
Again, Chance Sumner in the box for 1 minute or until an offensive goal.
Correct. Now, we do have the fire alarms going off. We're trying to figure out if this is a test. And we will get back to you as soon as we have that confirmation.
There's a score by Lakeshore, making it 2-2. Phoenix Heat advancing the ball up, almost uncontested. For the quick score is Chance Sumner, number 1.
We have an equipment. Willard Brooks, number 50, with a blown tire.
Who's the Demolitions staff?
Your player coach for the Lakeshore Demolition is Tom Sullivan. Support staff, Gary Pate, the judge, Hunter Hancock, and Janet Dickerson.
So far, play is resuming through this fire alarm. Still have no idea what's going on. I believe it's just a test. Or maybe a prankster out there. Shin Nakazato with the pass up to number 50
Willard Brooks.
for the score, making it 3-3, tie game. Deep pass by Ernie Chun to Joe Delgrave.
Delvin McMillan cuts Joe off.
Takes his angle away from the cone and is going back and forth with him.
Completely. Very good side-to-side action with Joe.
A great player is number 3 for Lakeshore.
Delvin McMillan.
Lakeshore is traveling from right to left on your radio dial. Phoenix Heat going left to right. We just got confirmation from the commissioner that the fire alarm is probably just a false fire alarm. Phoenix Heat moving down the court for a quick score by number 1, Chance Sumner. Lakeshore Demolition able to get a pass to Shin Nakazato, number 24, for the breakaway goal.
Ernie Chun with the inbound to Chance Sumner.
Sumner back to Ernie Chun. Ernie making his way down court. And in for the score in the corner. Phoenix Heat looking for a defensive stop here.
They may get it.
They're getting real close.
Oh, and he gets the timeout before the 12-second call.
That is great defense by the Phoenix Heat, keeping Lakeshore on their half of the court. Looks like the Phoenix Heat are moving back into the key, Bob. Maybe to take a quick break or strategery, would you say?
I really like that word, strategery.
Strategic. Go ahead. You use that at home, folks.
Strategery.
Our table operators remain the same. There is a new addition. A lively bunch they are.
Oh, it's just a party at the other end of the table.
I mean,
there we go.
Phoenix in their key defense. Lakeshore about to pass the ball in.
Shin Nakazato inbounds to Willard Brooks.
Back over to Shin Nakazato.
And they then come down and attack the key. Willard gets
a testy pass.
Ernie Chun with the ball, advancing it forward.
Oh, Willard Brooks happens to stop him. Oh, and Chance Sumner picks up that ball real quick.
Oh, that was a great play. Shin Nakazato knocks the ball out of Chance's hand. Chance regains the ball while crossing the baseline for the score.
You can't call him Butterfingers. Shin Nakazato advancing the ball up court, gives a great heads up pass to Delvin McMillan for Lakeshore. Now he's in a little bit of trouble.
He is. Oh, he loses the ball. Willard Brooks regains the ball. Looking for a pass, gets a great pass to Shin Nakazato, who passes it to, Delvin McMillan gets the score.
On his tippy toes, if you will.
Tippies.
Tippies?
Tippies.
Anti-tippies.
Anti-tippy wheels.
Wheels.
I just got confirmation from our commissioner that it is okay.
We have an all clear?
We have an all clear. Chance Sumner with the score right there. The score now is 8-7. Phoenix Fusion over your Lakeshore Demolition.
You know, Bob, these chairs vary in size from each player. These are custom-built chairs.
They are. Each chair is, although you have your offensive and defensive chair,
yes, sir,
they are built to the athlete's specifications. As we're all different heights, different body types, the chairs and the manufacturers, who we are very, very fortunate to have 4 great chair manufacturers here today that are sponsoring our tournament today, as well as our postseason. They size the chairs. They create the perfect chair for your body specs.
So for your game, they're able to measure you for your game.
Yes.
And that is all three chair makers who are sponsors today, Vesco, Eagle, Excalibur, 4, and Melrose, who of which have an auction going on right now.
They do have an auction going on right now, and if I will get that update for you.
But that auction going on right now is for a sports chair from those 4 manufacturers.
Absolutely.
Again, at the price that they're at right now, it's just dirt cheap, because these chairs can cost in essence of $5,000 depending on how you get it fixed on you. And then back to the action.
Back to the action. Chance Sumner goes over forwards. A potential spin by Willard Brooks. The officials do not call it a spin.
Looks like they're trying to sub.
The referees are requesting a new 40.
A new 40 on the shot clock.
There we go. And there they get it.
Excellent job. Again, the people who help out at the table, a big thank you goes out to them for all that they do and for all they have to put up with, Bob.
100%.
All these athletes are competitive in every way. They just want to be sure that, they have a say-so in what happens, but those volunteers running the table must and will pay attention to the referees. And
very true. It's a very key element of the game for the officials and the table staff to keep in constant communication.
With the substitution in there at that break, number 9, Nick Springer, for the Phoenix Heat, comes in.
The Bulldog, Nick Springer.
Number 4, Ernie Chun. You'll notice, Bob, that some of these athletes are minus limbs, minus digits, and it just goes to show you that this game is made up of an eclectic group and very athletic group who can obviously go above and beyond to get things done on the court.
Yes, each athlete does have a classification point, and the sport of wheelchair rugby, quad rugby, is designed for athletes with quadriplegia or a form of cerebral palsy.
Yes.
Now it is it was determined that each athlete has to have an impairment in at least 3 limbs to be able to compete in quad rugby.
So that's why we're seeing players out there, some without limbs, some with.
Of course. Now, Nick Springer his class is 2.0. And then you compare him to Joe Delgrave, who is also a 2.0. So, different body types.
Yes.
But same class.
Because of function, maybe.
Because of function, because of the class testing that our classifiers who
are comprised of physical therapists,
OTs, PTs, doctors. They come to our tournaments, they put our athletes through bench testing to give them that class point.
And again, the athleticism of those players, all of them, in the Division I league is just top notch.
Absolutely.
And to mention also Nick Springer, a member of the United States Quad Rugby Paralympic team.
As well, right now you have Chance Sumner, Nick Springer, Joe Delagrave, and Scott Hogsett.
All members.
All members.
Of the United States Quad Paralympic wheelchair team.
And for Lakeshore, you have Delvin McMillan, who is current, Eddie Crouch and Willard Brooks, who are past
Paralympians.
And Shin Nakazato, Paralympian from Japan, as Lakeshore's international player.
So the talent on the court right now, you could say this is close to being a Paralympic game.
I would have to agree with you, yes.
So right now our score is tied at 10 between the Phoenix Heat and Lakeshore Demolition. Chan Sumner gets the ball and is advancing with a picker, Scott Hogshead, in front of him, clearing away. Chan Sumner turns out. Looks like they're setting up to run a play. With 20 seconds on the shot clock, they still have plenty of time.
We have a penalty call.
That is an illegal
on
use
Shin
of hands.
Nakazato. Chan Sumner receives the inbound and gets the score.
With about 2 seconds left. Pardon me, 1 second on the clock.
We did get a clarification on the time left in the first period.
Yes.
That would be 1 second, and that ends the round.
And with that sound, both boxers go to their corners.
Yeah. I can throw something else. At the end of the first period, we are tied at 11. Uno. Between your Phoenix Fusion and the Lakeshore Demolition. What is that? Once.
Once by our bilingual referee,
Karen Banfield. Once. But while we're at our break, I did promise that I'd get those auction prices to you. We have Spinergy wheels, 2 sets of Spinergy wheels provided by Fusion Medical. The current bid price is $300 a piece.
bargain.
Truly a bargain. Nowhere else are you going to get Spinergy wheels for $300.
Not at all.
I don't think so.
And of course, probability is by Sunday that price may go a little higher, but anyone out there who knows the price of a Spinergy wheel, I mean, that's something else right now.
It's true. We have a Eagle Sports Chair quad rugby chair for $580. Current bid price. We have a quad rugby chair from Melrose USA Kiwi Concepts, $1,225. A chair from Vesco Metalcraft, $1,026. And a chair from Excalibur Sports Chairs, $1,775. Folks, these are prices that are unbelievable right now.
Rock bottom prices.
If you're looking for a chair, this is the place, this is the time to go onto the eBay website, make a bid on a chair. It is either an offensive or a defensive chair, fit to order. They will size you, they will take care of you. Great manufacturers, great products. Please, please check it out.
Get online, make a bid, get yourself a new chair.
Yes.
And quickly, before we continue the action in the second quarter here, our sponsors.
They are Fusion Medical, Melrose, USA Kiwi Concepts, Vesco Metalcraft, Eagle Sports Chairs, Excalibur Sports Chairs, Astratech, and Coloplast.
Back into the game. Chance Sumner advances the ball. Untouched.
Delvin McMillan with the inbound to Shin Nakazato, number 24 for the Lakeshore Demolition, who in turn returns it back to Delvin.
A speedy Joe Delgrave makes him turn out away from the goal. There's one thing about Nick Springer. He may not have the reach, but he definitely has the side-to-side, the defense, the maneuverability in that chair just to bother somebody to no extent.
He is a defensive stalwart.
Joe Delgrave inbounds the ball, then gets it returned back to him, pushed down court for an easy score.
That was Bob Lujano, another past Paralympian for the Lakeshore Demolition, getting ready to sub in.
Bronze medalist
Yes.
in the Athens Games back in 2004.
2004.
Yes, sir. Substitution here in the second quarter with the score tied 12-12. As Bob mentioned, number 7 for Lakeshore, Bob Lujano.
Strike that, check that. Tied 13-13.
Oh, pardon me.
They just changed it.
Just changed it. Okay. Bob in for Willard Brooks.
Shin Nakazato advancing the ball forward with the assistance of Bob Luano.
Joe Delgrave on his horse, making Shin turn away from the goal.
With a pass to Delvin McMillan, making the score 14-13 Lakeshore.
Chance Sumner receives the inbounds pass. Nick Springer. I mean,
You can't say enough about Nick Springer.
not at all.
I want a double-double too with cheese.
Anybody, are we near an in and out? Someone help me out here. That's Bob Lujano with the inbounds pass.
And that was a great play by Chance Sumner.
Chance Sumner able to spin Bob out without being called for it because it was a legal
It
spin.
was a legal spin. Contact was made in front of the axle on the chair, not behind the axle.
That's correct. Causing the turnover. Phoenix Heat now have the ball.
Chance pushes through past Eddie Crouch for the score, tying it once again at 14.
Bob Lujano with the inbound to Shin Nakazato. Shin looking for a pass. Oh, and it's
Good
tipped by
pass.
Joe Delgrave.
And Nick gets it. Oh, picks the ball up, calls timeout, and regains possession.
While rolling out of bounds. That's great work by Nick Springer.
Your coaching staff for the Phoenix Fusion is player coach Scott Hogsett, with support staff Mike Box and Mike Marshall.
Lakeshore support staff, the judge, is impeding with the table's ability to.
And now you can tell them I'm going to impede your ability.
Great, here it comes.
Perfect. We've been waiting all day for this.
We're in trouble now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Oh,
welcome
hey.
Judge Gary Pate.
Gary as support staff for the Lakeshore Demolition. I would venture to say you would think this is a very evenly matched game.
Yeah, but I'm really thrilled at how Lakeshore is looking so far. I mean, you got an 8 seed against a 3 seed right now, and it's a real heads up game by both teams. So it'll be interesting to see if it'll stay this way the whole time. But yeah, I think Lakeshore really looks balanced and poised.
That was a huge play by Nick Springer, who knocked down the inbound pass for Phoenix to
a little younger, a little quicker than Lakeshore
regain
is.
the ball.
So it's a really good matchup. The other thing, if you look out there right now, and y'all may have made the comment, every player out there right now, every player on the court has or is on a national team.
That's right, Judge.
Amazing level of competition.
Amount of talent out there, I'd say, is very high.
Yeah. That's you've got 7 members who now or in the past have been on the USA team. You got a member of the Japanese national team. You've got Bob Murray here announcing, and he's on the USA team. I mean, it's just so much talent. What I want to know is why the heck are you and I here?
Well, they've got to give us schleps something to do.
I think we're here because of our raw good looks.
I was just going to say eye candy, but, however you want to call it.
Our prowess on the sideline is unbeatable.
It's actually, it has been beaten, but
all right, I'll give you that.
I love this.
Thanks, guys. I will check in with y'all later. I actually need to go work.
Judge,
thanks, Judge.
Thanks for the
Ladies and
sideline
gentlemen,
reports.
Judge Gary Pate.
That's Judge Gary Pate, ladies and gentlemen.
The Honorable Judge Pate.
Back to our action right now. We've got Phoenix Heat up 18-15 against the Lakeshore Demolition.
Scott Hogshead just inbounded to Chance Sumner, who hands off to Joe Delagrave. Joe lays on the gas, bringing the ball down for the score.
Willie Brooks came out for a quick breather. He's back in for number 7, Bob Lujano. On the court right now for Lakeshore Demolition, number 2, Eddie Crouch. Number 50, Willie Brooks. Number 3, Delvin McMillan. And 24, Shin Nakazato. Shin, of course, the Japanese international player for Lakeshore Demolition.
And we have a timeout called by the Lakeshore Demolition.
Caused by just stymied defense.
Very stymied.
Very.
Engulfing.
Absolutely engulfing. They're all over it like white on rice.
Like pirates.
Yeah, okay. Pirates.
Arr. From Phoenix.
They guard that border like no else.
And we're back to the game.
The score, Phoenix 19.
Shin Nakazato advancing the ball.
Lakeshore 15. Shin turning that into... Oh, excuse me.
We might need to get some clarification on the score.
Again, clarification on the score, and as we believed...
And I believe it's being handled right now.
There we
Possibly.
go. And we've got 20-15 Phoenix Heat on top.
There we go. So, yeah, we do have an 8th seed going against a 3 seed. With a 4-point difference.
Nick Springer not only good pushing side to side, but vocally, I mean, he's in your ear and you've got a hard time concentrating.
There are so many aspects that go into the game, and he is so well versed in every aspect of the game.
Again, that Phoenix defense just all over Lakeshore.
They're close to getting
Making it
seconds.
a turnover for Phoenix.
We have an equipment.
Equipment timeout by the referees.
Mike Box out to assist. Big Joe Delgrave with the inbound here. Front court only. To Chance Sumner.
Back to Joe.
Who is
looking for the pass back to Chance. Gets it.
the ability to recognize when you have your outlets, when you have the option is huge for every team's success.
Absolutely.
And Phoenix Fusion, as well as Lakeshore, are very good at that.
I believe they also call it being on the same page.
The same page.
Yes. Nick Springer is in the up court, free.
The same wavelength. In your head.
Chance Sumner able to advance the ball without making a pass. Key in rugby, of course, Bob, and correct me if I'm wrong, is it's best not to pass. If you don't have to, don't do it.
No, because you never want to put yourself in a situation where you don't have control of the ball.
That's correct.
If you can advance the ball, advance the ball.
Most of your high pointers will handle ball.
Yes, your low pointers will be more of your quarterback. They'll be more of your general on the court. They'll set your picks. They'll give you the options to move side to side, shut down an advancing player.
Clear a path, and there's a pass, an inbound pass off the chair of Shin Nakazato, keeping it Phoenix ball.
We have substitutions coming on the court for Lakeshore.
Number 9, Nick Springer for Phoenix is coming off. Number 4, Ernie Chun on for Phoenix.
Bob Milano replaces Willard Brooks.
Great play by Scott Hogsett to inbound the ball, get on court, make a pick on Delvin McMillan.
And Chance Sumner not only comes cross court, baseline to baseline, coast to coast, if you will.
Like toast.
But it was one corner in a rainbow to the other side.
And there's a ball knocked off Phoenix Heat member Scott Hogsett out of bounds.
Which is unfortunate because it was almost 12 seconds.
That's correct. Clarification at the table between the referee and the table on the shot clock.
Bob Lohano inbounds to Delvin McMillan, who in turn crosses half court with the ball. But, and another unfortunate.
Turnover.
Joe
However, it
Delgrave
stays.
from Phoenix gets the loose ball, but then releases the loose ball.
Equipment timeout by Bob Lujano.
Now, did Phoenix regain the ball?
They did. Apparently it was off Lakeshore.
Well.
It looked like it was off Phoenix, but the referee said different.
We're trying to get the reset of the shot clock, which we did. Okay. Joe Delgrave is bobbing and weaving, going side to side to get the ball across half court. Passes it up forward to Chance.
Great pass.
Chance Sumner for the score. Making it 24-18. The Phoenix Fusion over Lakeshore Demolition.
Bob Lujano pass by Olympian inbounds to Shin Nakazato. Back to Bob Lujano, who goes to Delvin McMillan. Up the court to Shin Nakazato. These guys are all over the court, Bob. I'm telling you. You think they're caught, but they're not. They just keep moving. They keep pushing. Hands on the wheels.
Hands on rims. And they stay moving. Ho!
Oh, we've got a hold by
Bob Luhano,
Bob Luhano. How
on
is that-
Chance Sumner.
how's that possible?
A hold is a penalty call where any part of your arm, hand, comes in contact with another player, usually a defensive player to offensive player.
An appendage.
An appendage. Very good. Which allowed Bob into the penalty box. It's not something that you want to get,
Right.
but he's in there now.
In essence, he was trying to save himself from going over face first.
The ball is in number 7's hands
Are we
right now.
watching-
His name.
Are we watching the same game here, ladies? Of course, Bob and I are giving a little ribbing to the table staff here.
It's kind of going back and forth.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah. The referee is now holding the ball.
Just keeping a clarification here at the table.
Now, Bob Luhano called for the inbound. Coming out of the inbound.
Coming out of the box.
Out of the box.
Because he was trapped.
Delvin McMillan called for the ball
Very loudly.
very abruptly.
And Shin obliges him with that ball for a
Scared
score.
me a little bit.
We've got the Phoenix Heat at 26, Lakeshore Demolition 20. Again, this is the Phoenix Heat, a 3 seed.
A 3 seed versus the Lakeshore Demolition, an 8 seed from Birmingham, Alabama. And we're under timeout. Number 7, Joe Delgrave. Yeah, that would be timeout.
We're getting a clarification of what a timeout is from our table staff. Fantastic job out there by the referees tonight.
You know what? We'd also like to congratulate all of the teams that have made it to the national championships. This is the 2012 USQRA National Championships for your D1 and D2 divisions. Our D1 teams are in order of seed: the Portland Pounders, the Tucson Pterodactyls, Phoenix Fusion, Sharp Edge, Texas Stampede, Utah Scorpions, Shepherd Smash, and your Lakeshore Demolition. Your D2 teams in order of seed: St. Louis Rugby Rams, the Seattle Slam, Raleigh Sidewinders, Denver Harlequins, Minnesota North Stars, Tampa Generals, Michigan Storm. And in a play-in game which happened last night, you have your Tier Texans from Houston, Texas.
What that play-in game was, Bob, is Tier and also the team from Indiana,
The Indy Brawlers.
Indy Brawlers, had a chance to play one last game to advance to the Division II Nationals 8 seed. And
Yes.
In a pretty convincing win, Houston Texans did that.
And that was a big inbound by Lakeshore.
Lakeshore inbounds the ball all the way down. No touch, meaning the ball's coming back with 3 seconds left in the quarter.
We have a very unique situation right here. There's 3 seconds left. Everyone is vying for a position down there to fill the key. Phoenix wants to not. Oh!
And there's
Phoenix gets the score.
a great inbound pass from Ernie Chun to Chance Sumner.
And see, that's what makes this game so good, is because when we have transition like that, it happens that fast. Quick transition creates quick scoring.
Keeping your head in the game, knowing the situation. I mean, those guys knowing that situation
Oh, absolutely.
were able to, go to their positions.
And knowing exactly where to go without even thinking about it.
And get the last
it's-
goal.
It's just not even habit. It's just you see it and you react.
Instinct.
Instinct, very good. Instinct.
And let me tell you, the jobs that these referees out here today are just incredible. Hard-working. Again, here, given their time for these national championships.
Absolutely. These guys are fantastic.
Again, we are at halftime now. Phoenix Heat 28. Lakeshore Demolition 20. Quick chance to give a quick spot to our sponsors again.
Absolutely.
For the tournament, and not only for the tournament, also United States Quad Rugby Association. We've got the Phoenix Fusion. Excuse me. We've got Fusion Medical, Melrose Sports Chairs, Vesco Metalcraft, Eagle Excalibur, Astratech, and Coloplast. All major sponsors for the United States Quad Rugby Association and Division I, Division II national championships here taking place in Louisville, Kentucky at the Convention Center.
The Kentucky International Convention Center.
My apologies.
Downtown.
Kentucky International Convention Center, downtown Louisville, Kentucky.
We'd also like to give a big shout out to CNR Medical. CNR Medical is sponsoring not only our sport, but is sponsoring the USQRA banquet, which will be held tonight after this game. This is our 4:30 game, Phoenix Fusion versus the Lakeshore Demolition. But truly, without our sponsors, the things that we do, we would not be able to. So we truly thank you for all of your support that you give to us each year and each day.
Sponsors, support staff, and the fans that come out, even online for watching this, taking time out of your day. Thank you very much.
And to our friends and family who support us, allow us to do what we do, what we enjoy to do, love to do. It's it means so much to each and every one of us. And we're just about ready to come out of halftime. Our score is 28-20. Phoenix Fusion over the Lakeshore Demolition.
Pardon me, Bob. That's the Phoenix Heat.
Phoenix
Heat.
Heat?
The Heat. All right. You got me there, Bob. Fusion. It is the Phoenix Fusion. My apologies to all the listeners out there.
All I kind of heard right there was hawala halawala halawala.
That's what I said.
That's perfect then.
That's what I said.
Shin Nakazato calling for a equipment, saying that his tire's flat. It doesn't look flat from here.
No, not at all. I think this is, again, a strategic remove on Shin Nakazato's part.
But here we go. We have Ernie Chun going to be the inbounder for Phoenix.
Support staff member, Judge, coming out to help Shin Nakazato.
Ernie inbounds to Chance. Now, at the half, our teams have swapped sides, so they're scoring towards their home side. Oh! And with the bobble play,
that's a jump ball, Bob.
That's a jump ball. Willard Brooks got in there on chance, got the ball loose, bounced around, fell into the basket.
Mr.
of
Ernie
Eddie
Crouch.
Crouch.
Eddie Crouch.
Causing a jump ball situation.
Arrow is pointing.
And a turnover. Lakeshore regains the ball.
Towards Lakeshore, and they get the ball. Each team now scoring in their home goal. Lakeshore is now traveling.
Again, we have a jump ball.
Oh, and it turns over to, or it jumps to, excuse me, the Phoenix Fusion.
Chance Sumner with the ball. Looking for the pass.
Oh, there's
Scott
an excellent
Hogsett makes
corner.
a big pick right there.
Excellent corner pick by Scott Hogsett.
Shin Nakazato with the ball, number 24 for the Lakeshore Demolition, advancing forward.
On the court to begin.
Coming around Hogsett, tries to up, and he does score.
He's able to squeeze through. On the court for Phoenix Fusion, starting the second half for number 9, Nick Springer. Number 1, Chance Sumner. Number 8, Scott Hogsett. And Ernie Chun, number 4.
Chance passes the ball forward to Nick Springer, number 9. The score now being 30-21.
Nick Springer, number 9, is a class 2.0. Scott Hogsett, number 8, is a 1.0. Ernie Chun is a 2.0, and Chance Sumner is their 3 out there.
We have a turnover. Ernie Chun with the ball. Oh, and it turns back over. Things happen just like that in
Willie
this
Brooks
game.
Gains possession of the ball, and there is an illegal use of hands.
Called on Phoenix's number 4, Ernie Chun. Ernie will go and get a 1-minute break, rest period, however you want to call it, in the penalty box.
So, Bob, is that similar to hockey, the penalty box?
Penalty box, yes, it is.
In for a period of time until they score.
Correct. A 1-minute period until an offensive score is made. Now Delvin right there, he scored it, then he tried to inbound it. So you can't do that. Once you score the ball,
you've
got
got
to give the
ball up. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You go from offense to defense. Is that correct?
That's how you do it.
Okay.
You got to transition between the.
He was trying to transition too quickly to the very next play.
Very quickly. Well, see, now he's inbounding down here.
I think he's back on the same page. There's a pass by Willie Brooks.
Oh.
To Shin Nakazato, who outlets it to Delvin McMillan, who is pushed into the cone at the corner. Great play by Ernie Chun and
leaving the court.
Chance Sumner. Fix that cone before they're able to resume play.
No, it looks fine.
Okay.
So Ernie left the court. So we had a score. Ernie's allowed back on the court. He will now inbound for the Phoenix Fusion.
Now they took their time scoring because they wanted to run as much time off the clock. Is that correct?
Yes. Once you get into a certain position on the scoreboard, you want to start taking time off.
There is a inbound pass by Phoenix, which is then intercepted by Lakeshore, bringing our score to 31-24. Phoenix. Chance Sumner following Scott Hogshead up the court with the ball. Scott Hogshead, in essence, creating space for Chance Sumner to push.
Absolutely.
With 5 1/4 on the clock here in the third quarter, Lakeshore goes to inbound. We've got a quick equipment by Champ Sumner for Phoenix. Get a little tape. Sometimes it wears off as hard as these guys are pushing. Inbound pass from Shin Nakazato to Willard Brooks. Willard looking for an outlet. Back to Shin.
Shin passes it forward to Delvin McMillan,
Great space.
who in turn gets the score. And here comes Ernie. Ernie's advancing. He has an outlet to Nick Springer, but does not take it. Goes around Delvin for the score.
That's a classic example. Chance Sumner is trapped in the key with two players. Classic example of how great of an athlete he is. He is able to turn, look, and make a great pass.
100%. Score now 33-26.
The bench for Lakeshore starting to pipe up a little bit, trying to get their team motivated to get a defensive stop here. But as you can see, the Phoenix the Phoenix Fusion, the reason why they are number 3 is they're just able to play so much better.
And consistent. Oh, we have a loose ball off of Blue, off of Lakeshore Demolition. Shin Nakazato attempts to be chased down by Chance Springer. Sumner.
And with that sound, we've got substitutions for the Phoenix Fusion. Number 7, Joe Delgrave, and number 10, making his first appearance on the court today, is Joe Jackson. Coming out is Scott Hawks at number 8. And number 9, Nick Springer. Got a clarification here by the referees with the table. Referee is trying to stand up for the table here. Ernie Chun inbounds to Chance Sumner. Ernie Chun on his way down the court. Delvin McMillan trying to run him down. Ernie Chun able to score. 35 Phoenix, 26 Lakeshore. Everyone is vying for position right now. Shin Nakazato able to take the inbound pass with Ernie Chun chasing him down, trying to make him turn. Succeeds in doing so. Chance Sumner gives his teammate a little push for a little help.
And it works out well.
However, it's still Lakeshore ball with 23 seconds on the game on the shot clock. Inbound pass goes to Shin Nakazato, who's able to score in the backside corner. They always say, Bob, never leave your corner. Joe Jackson, unfortunately, left his corner.
It's like leaving the door wide open.
Some like to say, like 7-Eleven, open 24/7.
Well, if you leave a cookie on the table and you don't look at it, someone's going to eat it.
If the window blinds are open, they are open.
Yeah. We have a loose ball. Results in a turnover. Lakeshore Demolition will take over with an inbound. Looks like Shin Nakazato will inbound.
Easy pass to Willard Brooks for the score, making it Lakeshore 28, Phoenix 35.
Now, Phoenix needs to be careful here because Lakeshore could sneak back into this game.
That's right. Protect the ball. Pass only when needed. Run the play. You'll be able to have control of the game. Sometimes that can get away from you.
Just like in any other game, turnovers can kill you.
Oh, and there's very close to being over and back.
He traveled straight down the line without wavering back and forth.
He must have.
Because that was very close to being an over and back.
Communication is key on the court. Joe Delgrave is calling for help. However good of a player he is, he's still asking for help just to make sure that all offensive players are covered.
And if you're vocal, as with any sport, communication is key.
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 Did I say key?
I believe I heard key, Bob.
I think I said key. It is a key aspect to every sport.
Speaking of key, that's what the Phoenix defense is in right now. The key defense.
Is that because they're in their key?
That is because they are in their key. However, they did have an illegal player go over the goal line in Joe Delgrave.
I think they used the wrong key and left the door open. Good times. Shin Nakazato with the score.
Joe Delgrave comes back in after being in the box for that score.
Very Chun to Chance Sumner. Chance weaves through traffic, gets crossed half court.
You know, going back to the size of these chairs, Chance's chair is humongous, I'd like to say, in comparison to most of the players. I believe he's rolling on 26s.
Well, I believe Willard's chair is quite larger than Chance's chair.
Yes. Just goes to show you that each chair is made for each player. I believe Chance is about 6'4", 6'5", as well as Willard. So they're finding it easier to push on such big wheels.
Very true. And your wheel sizes range from 24s,
25s,
25,
6.
7.
I don't think I've seen a 28 yet.
I am not sure I have either.
Got 1:12 on the clock here in the third quarter.
With, I believe, close to 15 seconds left on the shot clock. And Joe Delgrave with the score.
Joe scores at 55 seconds. Demolition want to get the ball in and score quickly. That's just what Shin Nakazato is trying to do. Oh, he avoids the swipe by Ernie Chun. Brand new 40 seconds on the shot clock with just a few more seconds over that on the game clock.
Chance thrown out with the ball. Passes it forward to Ernie.
Deep outlet pass.
Willard Brooks hot on his trail.
Oh, and there's a swipe by Willard Brooks.
But Phoenix does regain the ball.
There's about a 9-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
We have
a strategic replay of a timeout.
So we have 4 seconds left. We have 4 seconds left on the
shot
game clock.
Is turned off.
Both teams have filled the key. Phoenix has the inbound.
Going for the last second goal, as they did a quarter ago.
Yes. You are correct, sir.
Same situation.
Oh, leaving the court.
Oh, there's
Blue
a player
ball.
out. He's got to go to the sideline, doesn't he, Bob?
Yes, he does. Now, if Phoenix would have had possession, that could have possibly have been a point. But seeing how the ball was in the air with no possession, Willard will have to spend time in the box. The inbound, Phoenix scores.
Good inbound pass to the middle of the key. Joe Delagrave with the score.
Oh, that's using your head.
That could cause a headache.
And that is the end of the third period. Our score is 40-30. Your Phoenix Fusion over the Lakeshore Demolition. Captain Antonio.
Let me check with my statistician.
She's leaving.
Damn it.
Yes. To be continued. Family, everybody do good?
Everyone's doing
Well, tell Lonnie, and I see you got old Jimbo over there with you guys.
Yeah, Jim's doing good.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like working for him. Northtown's going in the toilet. Everybody's like, I came back and they're like, we hate you. You got out exactly the right time. I'm like,
It's
can't
unfortunate.
say, yeah. Well, it's a shame for sure.
It'll all be good.
It'll all come out in the wash, as they say, right?
Yep.
Well, take care. Good to see you. And hopefully it won't be another year, 2 years.
Yeah, right?
See you guys.
All right, take care. She interned with us out in Vegas. She's from Lexington.
Beginning of the fourth quarter. Score is 40-30. Phoenix Fusion ahead. Lakeshore Demolition inbounding the ball to Shin Nakazato. Makes the pass over to Delvin McMillan, and Delvin loses the handle. Phoenix ball on the sideline. Joe Delagrave passes over the line to Chance Sumner, who's pushing forward for the score. On the court for Lakeshore starting the fourth quarter, Delvin McMillan, Bob Lujano, Shin Nakazato. And I think they're missing a player.
Eddie Crouch is up in the corner with a lockdown on Ernie Chun.
Thank you, Bob. I couldn't see it. Ten-point ball game. Referee making sure that cone is exactly on the line of the key and the end line.
Joe Delagrave with the ball advancing forward, crossing half court.
Following Joe Jackson. Joe creating space for Joe. There's a give and go by Ernie Crouch down low. Bob Lujano's advancing the ball. Cross half court.
You just made a little run right there.
It's a little teammate love tap. Give him a little help. Shin Nakazato goes around in for the score.
And back to Joe. Chance gives a big pick right there.
He got
shutting
two
down
people.
Bob and Eddie Crouch.
Amazing.
Easy to do.
He got the two for the price of one.
That's a twofer.
There was a fire sale going on,
The fire sale.
and he got it.
Shin Nakazato with the ball, passing it forward to Delvin Millen. Oh, but be careful. Here comes Ernie. Tries to shut the door, but Delvin sneaks through. And Ernie advances the ball forward to Chance, who breaks away. And gets the score.
Chance trying to eat a little clock there. Trying to make it run down. He's not being contested.
Very true. We're in the fourth quarter. We have a 10-point ball game. Sorry. It's like 11-point game right now.
Phoenix Fusion ahead of the Lakeshore Demolition.
So right now, you want to start playing smart. You want to start eating up the clock.
Because they're ahead by so much.
You have that option.
They're just
Oh, we
taking
have a
time.
turnover right here.
Bob Lujano able to steal the ball. However,
It could be another turnover.
Joe Delagrave able to reach back, put his big paw up, and grab that ball back down. Trying to follow his picks down to the goal. And here's where he's going to be eating up some clock. Bob, there's about
right now
20 seconds left on the game, the shot clock.
So you want to start moving around. You want to keep moving. You want to get close to the baseline.
With about 4:50 on the clock. Delvin calling for an equipment.
Very loudly.
Needs a tire aggressively.
Aggressively, good word.
And, of course, equipment staff from Lakeshore.
With the assistance of Mike Box.
Just goes to show you, Mike Box, equipment staff for the other team, for Phoenix, helping out Lakeshore. It just means that everyone's on the same page here, Bob. Everyone's trying to help each other out. Sportsmanship.
It is sportsmanship.
Joe Delgrave able to make his way through traffic. Score. And now Bob Lujano has popped a tire. The judge, Gary Pate, out there to help out. During this equipment timeout, there is a Phoenix bench timeout.
And on court 2, we have our D2 game going on. Houston Tur versus Raleigh. And Raleigh is winning that game 47-45.
Wow, great close game.
Close game.
Again, Houston, the number 8 seed. Playing Raleigh, the number 3 seed. That's a 2-point game. If Houston is to win the Tier Texans, I mean that could cause a little hiccup in the standings. Lakeshore trying to get down for a pass. Phoenix's defense is all over them.
Delvin with the ball coming through, turning. Calls another timeout.
Forced to call a timeout with about 2 seconds left on the 12-second count. Smart play by Delvin.
I believe so, yes. I agree. Shin Nakazato with the ball.
Phoenix in their key defense again.
I'm thinking they're going to use the key this time to shut the door.
They've got the right key this time, Bob.
Which is key?
Shin Nakazato able to knock Joe just a little bit out of position and back his way in.
Joe Delagrave coming through, bringing the ball across court. Uncontested for the score.
Looks like for Lakeshore, we've got downtown Kevin Brown getting ready to come in. And also Willie Brooks.
Big pass. From Shin Nakazato across court, looking for Eddie Crouch, but found Ernie Chun. Ernie throws the ball back over to Joe Delagrave. And we are close. And then it is a pass from Joe Delagrave to Ernie Chun for the score, which is now 46-35, Phoenix over Lakeshore. We have substitutions coming in. Number 4, Kevin Brown, and number 50, Willard Brooks.
Lakeshore also took a coach's timeout right there to get those substitutions in. Number 4, Kevin Brown, he is a little bit of an interesting story, Bob. I
love stories.
He's listed as a 1.5 in your handy-dandy handout there. However, he used to be a 2.
Well, how's that possible?
Because of the age. Any player over the age of 45, you get a half-point deduction.
Well, how old is Kevin?
Yeah, believe it or not, Kevin right there, he's almost 50 years old.
Get out of here.
I do not kid, my friend. So because he's over the age of
serious?
Because he's over the age of 45, he gets a half-point deduction, taking him from a 2 to a 1.5.
I did not think that Kevin He's that old.
He's close. He's close. He's not 50, but he's close.
Oh,
and there's an over and back. Oh,
really?
wow. The referee apparently heard a timeout called.
Sometimes you wake up and you get a little gift.
You get a little lucky, Bob. A little lucky.
And I'd rather be lucky than good.
Absolutely. Any player on the court is able to call a timeout, not just the ball handler. And I believe Bob Lujano quickly saw the trouble Shin Nakazata was in, was able to call timeout before he went out of bounds. Shin Nakazata's got about 10 seconds left on his shot clock. Phoenix making it real difficult.
Oh, he has to make a move. He has to make
and there's
we got a turnover.
Attempted pass, and Ernie Chun bats that down. Outlet pass out to Nick Springer.
And Nick blows by Bob Luano.
Great move by Nick Springer.
Score.
Minute 54 left here in the fourth quarter.
And we have a score of 50-36. Phoenix Fusion over Lakeshore Demolition.
Pass
Good
up
pass.
to Kevin Brown, who advances the ball up to Shin Nakazato, who scores.
Scott Hogsett now with.
Oh, no.
Ooh, that's a turnover. The pass, low pass off of
Kevin Brown's chair, wheel.
Kevin Brown's wheel.
You don't want to do that.
No.
No. Again, so Phoenix gets another 40 seconds to run time off the clock.
And we have 30 seconds left in the game. 52-37. Phoenix Fusion over Lakeshore Demolition.
They've got Joe trapped up real high right now. He's going to look for that pass.
We have a timeout called with 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
That's a strategic play right there with
That
such
is very strategic.
little time on the actual game clock. Only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. However,
In a turn of events,
Phoenix
does not have timeouts left.
out of timeouts.
So we have a
Trying to figure if they've got
we're getting some clarification.
bench timeout or on the floor timeout.
We're just getting clarification on the timeout situation for the Phoenix Fusion right now.
Substitution that we didn't make is number 20. Amy Bruder is in the game.
Amy Bruder has checked into the game. Number 24 of the Lakeshore Demolition.
So they-
And as it turns out, Phoenix does keep the ball with the inbound.
What they were trying to do there is when you take a timeout with such little time on the game clock
Right.
and such little time on the shot clock, as they had only 2 seconds left, you get to reset that shot clock to 15 seconds.
Gotcha. Which it did not happen. So they're going to replay it like it never happened. They'll reset it to 15. And Ernie Chun.
And they're, in essence, don't even need the 15 seconds
No.
because there's only 11 seconds coming in.
And going for the last goal, Joe Delagrave gets the last goal.
There's about 4 seconds on the clock. Amy Bruder to inbound.
And that's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Your Phoenix Fusion over the Lakeshore Demolition, 53-37. We truly appreciate you watching the 4:30 game of the 2012 USQRA National Championship Day 1 tournament. Please join us again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Our first game will be Texas Stampede, your Texas Stampede, versus Atlanta Shepherd Smash. We'd like to thank our sponsors once again: Fusion Medical, Melrose USA, Kiwi Concepts, Vesco Metalcraft, Eagle Sports Chairs, Excalibur Sports Chairs, Astratech, and Coloplast. To everyone watching out there, we thank you. I'm Bob Murray with Gabe Garcia. We truly appreciate you for watching. We hope to see you next time. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon.
Stay classy, Kentucky.
Stay classy. And I'd like to say hi to the family. Katie, Gage, Haley, I love you. Can't wait to see you soon. Good night. You are the man. No, that was fun.
Nice job, Amy.
Thank you, guys. Y'all did. It was sitting here. I could get all the highlights. It's just, it was amazing.
If you
Reminds me
only
of that
knew.
time, the first time that Frank Gifford and Howard Cosell were in the movie.
Back together.
Wow, together.
Back together.
That's just scary. That's all I'm going to say.
If you were able to hear it, yeah.
Thank you, Bobby. You're always welcome, Judge. I appreciate the extra time you gave me.
Let's go eat. Want to eat? Want to eat?
Can we get a picture of you two?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, did you do two today?
Oh, right here. Are we gonna start?
That's why I said, damn.
What was I thinking?
Is it a good one? Oh, wow.
Bob.
I did not make any funny faces.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, too.
You guys back tomorrow?
No, we came yesterday. We gotta go back to IU. So we gotta drive back tonight.
Well, that's
Well,
unfortunate.
drive careful.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck the rest of the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate y'all's help.
Your name tags off.
I like you. I want everyone to know.
But you say you're awesome.
Oh.
You say awesome.
Wait, you say you go to IU, right? So where are you from?
Master's since IU. I'm from Northern Illinois. I'm from Chicago.
Chicago.
I kind of got that.
Cubs or White Sox?
So,
Cubs.
Southside.
You know what they say, what goes south, right?
Girl.
I don't have a comeback to that. Sorry.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
All kidding. Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah,
You guys were
thank
huge.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You need to go to IU. Great. Not judge.
Oh, wow. Did y'all do two games together?
Yeah.
People will talk. They probably will, but you don't want them to laugh. They're little people with nothing better to say.
You know what's trending on Twitter right now? Us. Yeah.
Would you be able to watch that on your phone, on Apple?
You should do.
Sorry.
The games are archived, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they are.
So if they wanted to go back and watch,
They just go to ihigh.com. Or go to the quad. You can go to quad live. You should be able to, yeah. I don't know if the archive you can watch on your iPhone, but the live broadcast you can. But if you go to the Quad Rugby site, there's the link right to the iHigh website where all the broadcasts are, and it'll say archive broadcast, and you just find your game. Okay.
how'd we do?
We're gonna have also. I was gonna put out like a team. Tell me how the team.
that, or you actually look like a nurse in a Catholic hospital.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of people. So that's something.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then if I have to get like today,
What do you need? Yes.
whatever game, just pick out the game. It's just one game. Unless you want it. If you want it, we're going to sound. I don't think we want it. I'm figuring like tomorrow we'll probably today everything well get the audio just right. So tomorrow. Yeah. And I got Amber tomorrow involved. You know Amber, right?
Amber.
Blonde haired Amber in the chair. Working with Fusion Medical today.
Okay.
What she's gonna do is come over and you're just gonna you're gonna hand her like say like a halftime or the beginning of the game. She'll have the mic, she'll hand it back to you or whatever. But she's gonna do some interviews. She'll grab a player and just have him come do an interview.
Right. That's
Or
perfect. Yes.
Yeah, or she'll roll over there with the wireless mic and we'll follow her over.
Oh, very cool.
You know, so you can just say, hey, we're gonna go to Amber and then just that cue and you just talk to her here and then that way I'll know up there. So tell this camera to follow her over there or over here.
Okay.
Or we can just shoot her. We'll figure it out.
Whatever.
It's all
Sure.
good. So and then we got this camera. I was thinking of her bringing somebody over right here and so you didn't have to go.
That's perfect. Oh, that's great.
So if you're doing any announcing tomorrow, then or commentating, then
Yeah, I'll do.
that's my plan.
I'll be here with the 10:30 game, and then the 12 noon game,
Okay.
because we'll be playing at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Gabe, do you want to do the 12 o'clock game?
You did a good job, man. Thanks, man. You really did.
What were you saying? When I got out of camera, you're like cameraman. I'm like, what?
There's a new cameraman here. And I was trying to get your name. And we were
And
like,
I totally forgot your name.
Jared, man.
Jared.
Yeah, it's all good.
I can't remember what his name is. Apparently, he doesn't want to give it to us. So,
Moving on.
Yeah. I think I've been out there.
I was going to give it Baird McBanderstein.
Hey man, that works. Just go with the beard. Viking, that works. Viking.
Right on.
The Viking.
Get all this down.
Oh, that's a game, man.
And J-Man.
J-Man and the Viking.
Oh, that was fun. Thanks for letting me.
Yeah, really. Thanks for letting us do
It
that.
really makes it, to hear people talking.
Instead of just watching it over, yeah.
I can't hear any audio on something like here. The audio was really low before I put that on. I can hear it on that podcast. Yeah. Got that situation. Well, what's his dinner? I think he's supposed to. I actually know about it.
There's a pasta dinner. It's part of like 19,000 people.
Yeah, right. Big family. Big party. Yeah.
right, guys.
And
Have a good one.
Gabe, you got your ticket? You have that?